Hello, welcome one and all to episode number 60. Can you believe it? We've made it, and look at this. If you missed the stream the other day, we've done it. Shaders. Doesn't this place look amazing? And we also finished our chicken shop build on the stream the other day as well. I think that's looking pretty good. We're eating cooked eggs, which is how I like my eggs, double cooked. But yeah, I think we got the mood like of a chicken shop here. Like there needs to be some lighting in here. That's something we're going to do today. In fact, is make, as was suggested by someone in the chat the other day. Sorry, I can't remember who. Somebody suggested red steel lanterns for in here. Might have been Defenders. Apologies, can't remember exactly who it was, but I think red steel lanterns is the suggestion. See in here, we've got two different sort of shades of wood. I think that's kind of what these places often have, at least in the UK. These, these chicken shop chains tend to have these kind of wooden floors and then like maybe a darker wood highlight for the edges, and big open windows, obviously red bricks. The red bricks also match the pub over there, see, so the town's starting to kind of take shape. And I cleared a lot of these trees out, so you really get a feel for where the kind of town square is going to go. Theatre/music venue up there, pub, chicken shop, farm down here. You know how we do. I guess while we're over here, before we get fully started, why don't we check on the chickens? We have a chick. We do have a chick. We have 3 fertilized eggs in there. 2 fertilized eggs in there. 1 fertilized egg in there and none in there. So I think it is the case that the eggs get laid and then the rooster comes and fertilizes them after they are laid, which when you think about the mechanics and I was going to say physics, but I suppose biology, when you think about the practicalities of fertilizing a already laid egg, that's quite funny, but I guess for a video game mechanic makes a bit of sense. But just look at how amazing this place looks with the shaders. I'm sorry, but oh my god, this is good. So the new rig is really kicking this stuff out. No problems here for us. Like, it just look at the god rays there. That's incredible. I mean, the moon doesn't look too bad either. Look at it shining through the gaps in the smeltery there. Absolutely unbelievable. Look at how amazing this looks. Don't worry though, for anybody who prefers just the look of the game without shaders, rest assured that we're not going to play with shaders on all the time. It looked amazing up here when yeah, look at that, when the moonlight shines through these windows. Oh, but we aren't going to have shaders on all the time. We'll just do it for this episode because it's new and it's episode 60. It's kind of nice celebratory sort of bit of fun to be having here. But we're just going to turn them on every now and again when we want a bit of a look, because I do think it does slightly reduce my frame rate just a little. God, the light kicking off the moon there is so cool. Yeah, I mean yeah, you know, there are pros and cons to having the shaders on, so rest assured we're not going to have them on at all times, but at the same time I do really like having them. Oh yeah, you want to know a big change that we made to this place the other day when we put shaders on? It's down here, because it just wasn't bright enough down here with the shaders on. Maybe we made it a little bit too bright. Maybe I went slightly overboard, but I just wanted these ingots to really pop. Maybe they pop slightly too much now. We could probably reduce this, but anyway, it does look funny in here. Alright, so somewhat surprising here. And I guess it's because I've never been insane enough to actually try to make one of these before. But it seems like red and blue steel lanterns don't exist. They go up to black steel, don't they, somewhere else? No, that's black bronze. Yeah, I was just looking at black bronze. They don't even have they don't have anything steel or above even. Yeah, you can make one out of iron. That's the highest tier lantern we can make. So I guess we'd make copper ones, but I feel like they might just be the wrong colour slightly. Oh, look at that sunrise though. Oh, good morning. Look at it shining through the trees. Ooh, the shadows are good, you know. I mean, come on. Look, that's mad, isn't it? think copper will be alright. So I think we'll go with copper. And we'll be able to place them up against that there. That's a whole block, isn't it? So they could go there. I wouldn't be able to fit any in there at all. It would have to be like, if they're on the outside, it'd be like there and there. So yeah, basically this episode, every other shot is going to be me just going, oh, look at that. Oh. Okay, and then back to productivity again. We just take it in turns, each shot. It's just a sheet for each lantern core. Each lantern core makes us 2 lanterns, I think, isn't it? Yeah. Should we do 6? Let's do 3 sheets of copper, which is 6 ingots. And then we'll get... So it's cool, actually. So you get an ingot. You get 1 lantern per ingot that you put in. I mean, that seems like they're pretty good value, to be honest. I guess you need to fuel them too, don't you? Even just these simple things that we've done so many times. I mean, that just looks with the shaders. Come on. Right, so there's our 3 sheets. And is that really the only way to do it? It is. So we just have to anvil these the old-fashioned way. So I guess that's probably what makes these more expensive than anything, isn't it? Is actually the time. Okay, so these can be worked now, so let's just give it a go. I haven't let it get really hot in there, so we probably won't make it in time, but let's see. So what is it? Hammer, punch, hammer. So we're going to need to go like there, there. That was close, actually. Are we getting any closer? I'm not sure we are. Okay, I did it, but I feel like I didn't deserve to do that. Didn't I mess that up? I did 2 hits in a row at the end, but it gave it to me. Didn't I? There we go, immediate. There we go, right, 3, done. Okay, yeah, that wasn't too time consuming at all, to be honest. We did those pretty quick. And then we do need to fill them with booze. And I think the only booze we've got is the beer in the bar. Should we do some Psychedelicraft today? Episode 60, shaders on, everything's looking wild. It'd be a good time to play with Psychedelicraft a bit more, actually. I think we might do that. I think that's what we might do. Quickly to just finish off this opening project here. Yeah, it is just as simple as that. Glass panes, and specifically wool yarn, or does it let us do something else? It does let us do something else. But you need to use glowstone in that case, yeah? And we can use Minecraft string or anything. Okay. Yeah, that's what we're going to... Oh, those are empty ones. Oh, I should have just done that anyway. Can I put the beer back? Yeah, I can put the beer back. Okay, cool. Sweet. That beer needs to stay there for drinking. I mean, look at that as you just come up these stairs here and the sun just shining through that gap. Oh, oh, baby. Oh, man, it's never going to get old. Okay, so we need a load of string, glowstone, glass panes, and the glass goes there. But we only get 1 per recipe on this way. Oh, there's a few things to weigh up here. The increased metal cost to forego the beer, but ultimately also, get 8 pieces of wool yarn from 1 piece of wool, which I think we do have at the base. Okay, we're going back to plan B. We are going to use the beer. It just saves us the metal working, and I believe everything we need's in here. I think I'm right in remembering that we do have... Oh, we've actually got 2 bits of wool there. That's good. Do we have one of those things, though? The spindle thing. I think we need to get back up to the storage area, actually. Is it in here? We don't have one of those things. Are we sure we don't have one of those things? I thought there would definitely be one kicking around somewhere, You know the things I mean, right? We'll just have to make another one now. This has ended up taking so long. Okay, right, it's done. There we go, this thing. So weird, I swear we had... Anyway. Right, wool yarn. And is that it? Was it just then, glass all the way around? Yeah. Okay, awesome. So we have our lanterns. At last. This is kind of a perfect timing as well because the sun's just about to go down, so we can put down our new lanterns and then get a feel for it, you know? So I think the front, like, yeah, there and there seems like it makes as much sense as anything, and that probably will light the inside a bit because of our big glass windows. So we get rid of our temp lighting. Yeah. Symmetrical. Alright, sweet. Okay, anyway. Now it's night time. How does this feel? It feels pretty good. I mean, it's still incredibly dark in some parts of the interior here, but I think it's fine. I think it looks sweet. It looks moody. And yeah, I don't think the copper is too orange. It doesn't detract too much from the red. I think it's all good. I think it is all good, baby. Okay, so on to the next project then, Psychedelicraft. And on the stream the other day, oh, look at that. Oh, so many distractions. Just me, just go, oh. So on the stream the other day, you may have seen me come in here with all of these freshwater barrels. These are all full of freshwater. They're all the freshwater barrels that were lined up outside of our wood storage over there, and I just thought I'd bring them over here because if there's anywhere where we're going to need lots of barrels of water, it's probably in here while we're doing all of our brewing. But I thought the best thing to do to kick us off would just be to look at everything in NEI that's Psychedelicraft related. So there's tons of types of barrels. All of these are all the different drinks in barrels, and then you've got the same but like a different color barrel, like a white barrel instead of a... There it is, right, there's that recipe. So it's with white cedar, or the original barrel, I guess, is with oak. Okay, sure. Hickory. So you've got those 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, maybe 5 or 6, I think, different types of barrel. Now this is the first thing that caught my eye that I thought we should probably set up straight away. Is these wood lattices. I believe this is how we grow our wine grapes. We can actually get them, and hop seeds. Tobacco seeds to cocoa seeds. There's quite a few Psychedelicraft seeds here. Coffee, cherries, and we've got those already, but there's quite a few different types of seeds here for Psychedelicraft that come from sifting any and all types of dirt. So you've got all these different types of Molotov cocktail. So I guess, yeah, these are weapons. And then you have... I don't really know what the recipe is for those. But then you have all the same bottles of wine, you know, or bottles. Yeah, they're just made with dyed stained glass panes. So we can make all sorts of coloured bottles, which is very cool. Cup of corn. Oh, these are cups and those are mugs. I see. So we've got glasses, mugs and cups. A syringe of cocaine. Wow, cocaine powder. Okay, all right, sure. I mean, that's crazy. It's not like a psychedelic, is it really? Anyway, so why don't we get some of these wood lattices put up and see if we can get a couple of wine grapes and start growing them on these, I think. Because I would like to not just make beer, but also to make wine. That would be nice. Alright, so that was 2 stacks of conglomerate dirt that we just sifted. So what have we got? We do have a couple of cocoa seeds, that's good. We've got the tobacco there, we've got the cannabis, which we've got already anyway, so that's fine. Hop seeds, presume that's going to be crucial for beer. Gutted though, looking at a couple of the agricraft ones. Some stone, but no grapes. 3%, that's the same, we just got unlucky. Okay, well, we maybe just need to do a couple more stacks then. Okay then, and there we go. Right, good, it worked. Yeah, so there it all is. Anyway, that's all the Psychedelicraft seeds that we need, I suppose. I suppose I probably should have checked this first. Oh, look, we got tons of the vine grapes, or the wine grapes, in our Psychedelicraft box already. Okay, cool. Well, look, we've got the vine grapes. That's good. And then look at the scenes when the rain comes down. How atmospheric and moody is this? Okay, so bizarrely, to make all these barrels, we actually need a lot of iron. But let's see how much we need. So I've taken 3 logs of 3 different types. And I think with 3 logs, because it takes 3 planks apiece, we will be getting a exact division here. So we should just be able to make a load. Yeah, we should be able to make quite a large number of these things now. So kind of annoying that we're splitting things into 3, but like that and like that will get us, blimey, we're going to get 8 of each type. Okay, let's do it. Let's just do it. Lovely. And then finally the white cedar, I think, definitely deserves a look in. So I went for 3 that should be easily told apart, the like kind of darkest, lightest one, and then some one in the middle. I think a lot of the ones in the middle are quite similar in sort of color grading. Right, anyway, have I got these? I think maybe these are upside down. There it is. So that's going to make us 10 pieces. And let's start testing these things out. And what I was thinking is with these wine wood lattice things, we should be able to make ourselves quite an attractive looking beer garden. You know, in times of COVID, we need outdoor seating. All establishments need to be thinking this way now. You got to adapt to the new normal, DankNSteins, and if that means outdoor seating, that means outdoor seating. Because I mean, obviously, you know, this wall here is an obvious place, and actually maybe we should do this wall anyway. Maybe we should make loads of these things. Yeah, this wall being covered in grapevines would look awesome, wouldn't it? Okay, well, I'm quite happy with that to kick us off. So we might make a load more of those on the other side too, because I suppose ultimately what I was thinking was that round here would become a very good pub garden, and there's windows there, so that works. And you'd have like maybe grapevines kind of hugging the side of the theatre here, and this kind of like pub gardeny sort of drinking courtyard bit would lead nicely into the sort of town centre here. Look, these saplings just spring up overnight, and so I'm imagining indeed that is all we have to do. So what do you think? Do you think they spread? Let's fill this thing, because that still leaves us with decent numbers. We still have 10 spare pieces. I'm presuming that then these will grow, and I think we have to use shears to pull them off the lattice there. But then that should be a way of us farming these wine grapes, which has got to be a start, right? Now these hop seeds and cocoa seeds I'd like to get going with, and tobacco, why not? Let's do coffee cherries. I don't know what we're supposed to do with those. So we can just heat the coffee cherries into coffee beans or smelt them into it, and that's it. Well, for now anyway, I'm not sure exactly how we're supposed to even farm these then, unless we can plant the cherries as they are. What we're going to do is we're going to just cook up one of these, so that we've got both forms to play with. You know, I get the feeling that if this is the ingredient that we actually mix with water and stuff, I don't think we plant that. I bet we plant the cherries themselves, but let's go find out. And all these crops, as I'm sure we know from our experiments already with planting the cannabis seeds from Psychedelicraft, they are going to need to be planted on vanilla soil, right? Which we do have a plot for. Let's just have a sleep here. Anyway, glorious day, isn't it, for some farming out here? Look at this. Wow, that's like, you got to break these like blocks. They don't just break like plants, like bang, broken. Okay, well, I mean, they're sturdy plants. I grow a sturdy plant, what can I say? I wonder if the scythe works. No. Okay, beautiful. So, yeah, that was a lot. I don't think we'll plant these extra 2 potatoes, or shall we? Oh, let's do it, because we've not got much else to plant. So coffee beans, do they plant? No. Okay, what about the coffee cherries? The coffee cherries do plant. So I was right to not convert them all into beans there. Good to know. Now I've obviously got tons of the cannabis seeds. We're less interested in those. The cocoa, the hops and the tobacco. And I think we'll just leave the rest of this clear for now, just so we can be quite focused on what we're actually growing. We certainly don't need to grow any more of this stuff, at least for now, until we turn this into maybe a multiplayer server. Once this world becomes a multiplayer server, then we will raid this cupboard. Cool, alright, good. Well, we'll keep our eyes on those, shall we? Look, and just coming back over here already, things have started to develop there. Now look, I think we've tried this before, because in this mod pack there is no bone meal, there's just this TerraFirmaCraft calcium blend. But let's try it on all of these crops. Yeah, no. Yeah, I did read online that those wine grapes do actually grow faster with bone meal, but like I say, this is calcium blend, and my feeling is, yes, we've tried this before, it just doesn't work. No, we can't bone meal things in this pack. Somebody mentioned we could use bees, I think, to speed up the growth of crops. And we do obviously have those beehives over there that we wanted to work out what to do with. So maybe that's something to explore? I don't know. Oh, I mean, look at it in here. Like, come on. Oh, these lights just feel so much warmer. Isn't it snug? Wooden vats here. There's a whole load of recipes for a lot of the stuff I couldn't find recipes for in the barrel section. For example, orange juice here, some honey wort. You can make bitter wheat wort. The one I was most, and the potato one could be interesting if we grew a load of potatoes. The thing I was most interested in trying was this, potentially. The juniper wort, 'cause I think we could make gin with that. Oh, look at just stepping out into the rain. Even without like big rays of sunshine. Oh, okay, and we get the lag spikes back, unfortunately. But it does look great, doesn't it? Wooden vat. Okay, good. So we have ourselves some vats. Sorry, how big was that? Very big. Not what I was expecting in the slightest. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We need 8 pieces. So let's just see if we can do it with a whole stack, right? That's the whole thing done into 8ths. Will it be happy with that? It will be happy with that. With 19.5 per, and it turns it into a sweet cider one. Okay, so let's now place this one down. And it's full. And it's fermenting. Okay, great. Well, could we? that's pretty cool. So we've got some cider fermenting there. I don't know what will happen if I try and pick this up right now. We're going to leave it there for now. I wonder if we could have done it with less. So let's cut our half stack in half into 8ths, or rather, let's see how small pieces we can get. What's the smallest pieces we can pull out of this thing? There we go. So there's the 8 pieces that are all just 1.1 ounce. I think 1 ounce is the minimum. So I think you can be more precise, but I mean, we're wasting 0.8 of an ounce across this whole thing. If we are indeed wasting anything at all, I'm not sure. I think it's going to fill it with the same amount. I think we probably wasted a huge amount of apple. Okay, I also don't know how to place these. Seeing as that wasn't much apple, let's pick it up again and see what happens to it. It stays with its... Right, and they are... Yep, and it's got the same amount in it. It's really interesting. It also means that we should be able to do the one that was just grain, like this one here, wheat grain, just pure wheat grain with a bucket of water to make some wheat wort, which probably is how we make beer, and I bet we can do it with tiny pieces of grain. Wheat wort, and we get our bucket back. Excellent. In fact, let's test the other recipe first. We need our sugar first before we can test that one, don't we? Oh, the sugar's finished. Great, and how much do we get? 4.9. So we can cut this up into quite a few little pieces there. 1.2, 1.2. Yeah, cool. So, okay. Those two are there. Have I remembered this correctly? Wow, yes. Juniper wort. So it doesn't look like we're actually making any wine yet. But I think we'll make gin out of that, we'll make beer out of that, and we'll make cider out of that. So that's a pretty good start. Okay, sweet, and here they are, another wheat and another juniper. Now let's kind of get close to the front door. But this is fairly temporary setup while we just test how this mod actually works, right? So I guess we just got to wait now and see what happens. There is just nothing better, though, than a hot, sunny, clear, blue-skied day. Oh, just every possible opportunity. Also, the big hole. And look also the shadow of the glider. The only shadow that really does misbehave is the shadow of the beacon beams. Anyway. Look! Those are definitely finished. Surely those are finished. And so we need shears. The TerraFirmaCraft ones seem to not work. The dark ones seem to not work. Do we just break? Maybe we break it. Yes, we got 3, and we got the lattice back. Yep, the TFC ones work too. What about a bare hand? Yep, a bare hand works too. So you don't need shears. Oh my god, look at those. Look at those. I mean, even that, look at that moon coming up and those clouds and the stars, and then our lovely waterfall and garden. Oh man, imagine when there's a massive golden palace. Oh, look at the moon through the water. Yeah, imagine when the golden palace is there. It's just going to be absolutely badass. Okay. All right, guys. So I've made quite a bit of progress actually since the last check-in. The first thing to say actually is I've just come to check on these crops. They're not quite finished. The vanilla ones had, so I've replanted those, but the Psychedelicraft ones seem like they need a little bit longer, so we'll probably come back to those next episode because I do need to kind of start polishing things off. But I did a bit of a stint off camera here, so let me just kind of bring you up to speed, I guess. So I mean, first thing is we tried to do a little bit of building out here just to pass some of the time while we were waiting for things to ferment and whatnot. And this is a rough kind of first attempt at what this might look like. I think the wall of that's going to look even better when there are actually grapes growing on it, but I think that's going to look really nice. That there, and then using these spruce fences with hickory planks. We've planted more hickory trees over there, so we'll come back from this. Is like the only furniture in the pack. I can't find any decorative furniture items, so yeah, these benches look okay though for pub garden seating. Be good if we had chairs, but anyway, so that's kind of just me messing around. We'll finish that off at a later date, you know, but we're just kind of getting some more building done. In here now, look, you'll notice all of these are empty. What we found was that we got to hard cider after the half sweet, and we could put that into a barrel, and I mean, that looks to me, when you look at hard cider barrel, that's like the first. Okay, you can't see that very well there. Look, here we go. Hard cider barrel is the first type, and then you can make the cider 1 day mature, but if you distill it, I think the apple stuff will become brandy then. So if we want cider, I think we're done. We've got 2 barrels of it there. I'll drink to that. Delicious. Doesn't actually impact our thirst at all. Let's see if we get a bit hazy in the head. Should we have a couple? Oh look, and it's actually 1 day mature now. It's been sat there so long and it's still maturing. So that's cool. It can keep maturing. That's very nice. Over here, we are distilling our juniper wash. Oh yeah, look, I'm starting to get a bit lightheaded. So our juniper wash is distilling here, and this distillery, the crafting recipe for that was pretty simple. There's a bit of copper. Right, yeah, look, here the recipes are. So first you make a couple of these flasks, which is just copper plates and glass. Wow, it's really, really trippy with the scenery behind moving. And then one of those flasks you use in this recipe to make the distillery with some copper 2 years. And then the distillery links to the flask, and I think gradually fills the flask eventually with distilled stuff. So that's how we're going to get our gin going. And this wheat, oh, whoops. A mug of wheat wash, we've just drunk some. We probably didn't mean to do that, but let's do it anyway. I don't know if this is supposed to be drunk in this state, but I think we messed up anyway. I think we need to use the hops with our wheat to make beer, and I think this is probably on its way to being distilled to make us some whiskey. So that's fine, we can make whiskey. We've actually got a little bit of TFC beer left there anyway. I'm really interested to see, I mean, that is not TFC alcohol, is it? Anyway, more experiments to do here, but I think we made a really good start. We actually understand how this mod works now, and I think we've got all the different elements set up. It's now just a case of working our way through the recipes and deciding what we actually want to stock in our pub, and then finishing the build. So that's kind of awesome. I'm in a good spot there. I mean, that stuff is going to demand our attention. Like, if we look away for a week or something, if we look away for a week or something in game, and then come back and everything's turned to vinegar. Yes, we need to be careful down there, but I'm not sure what happens if we don't sort of check in on the distilling process quickly enough. Oh, why did I come down here? What I wanted to do to just finish the episode off and to celebrate shaders and episode 60 and all the rest of it is jump off of the tower here and just look down upon our creation. It's looking pretty amazing. We've got our setup up there looking quite decent as well, and we'll probably next episode we'll finish the immersive engineering stuff. We actually set up the ore excavator down there ready to finish off that silver chunk, so we'll try and get all the interdimensional transceivers or whatever they're called We'll get all of the teleporting of items set up next time. But yeah, like, this is what this series has become. Some of the best graphics in Minecraft. Oh, whoops. Okay, we survived. That is a legendary bit of feather falling for you there. So thanks for watching, one and all. Take care. Obviously, let me know in the comments if you like the shaders or not. We will definitely do bits of both. We're not going to over-egg it on the shaders, because I think they'll have more impact if we switch between them, but I am having loads of fun with them for now. So yeah, we'll be streaming again tomorrow. Classic TFC Tuesdays. Look out for Hardcore Poetica streams. Subscribe if you haven't already for more, and I'll see you soon. Take care. Peace.